Okay, so if you weren't here last week, Botany Manor, it's a manor full of plants. It's set in the chauvinistic days, I think, of the 1890s, certainly the late 19th century, and we are a lady gardener growing plants, and we are disbelieved by all the male botanists out there, and we are going to prove them wrong. And there's a delivery at the gatehouse, so I will absolutely get lost because I have forgotten anything and everything. So yeah, this is the manor. Welcome. Please take your shoes off at the front door. Ah, that's not particularly useful, Neil. I think it's through here. No! Told you. Beep, beep, beep. It's through here then. What's through there? I don't remember this. Oh, is this the orchard? I don't remember this. Oh, that's the orchard. Right, anyway. Which we did in chapter 3. So we've got 2 chapters to go, chapters 4 and 5, and in each chapter we have to work out how to grow various plants. And their growing conditions are highly specific. I'm currently busy researching. Please leave all deliveries in the gatehouse and ring the bell. Yes, I know that. What have we got here? Dear sister, I am so glad to hear you have returned safely from your travels. While you were away, I changed the code for the library door lock each time I visited. I know some of Grandma's valuable items are kept in the secret vault. That music, that Morgan, should now die away. It's just that one piece, but do let me know. Yes, exactly. Yeah, thank you. The new code for the door is the 3 initials of my name to make it easy for you to remember. I hope we can meet soon. I look forward to hearing all about your adventures. Your loving sister, Elizabeth. Okay. So we need to work out what the... Ding ding goes the bell. We need to work out what her initials are, and then we can get into the... Was it library? I've immediately forgotten which room it was. I think it was library. Yeah, library door. So now I know what the family tree in the main part of the manor was about. And good evening to you, that Morgan. Not this Morgan, that Morgan. Good Morgan. Here we are. Here's the family tree. So Elizabeth Anne Green. There are no other Elizabeths on the entire thing, so it must be EAG. That will be the, and that is the sister of Arabella, because we are Arabella. EAG will be the code, and I think the library was upstairs, I want to say. And we haven't had a sit yet today, so let's have a sit. Good. Library. Now I wonder if you were to just try EAG at the start of the game, would it allow it? Would it go no? Okay, you've got the right code, but it's too early in the game. Let's open it. No. What? I mean, it makes a word if I make it age. E-A-G. Okay, what have I done wrong? Seemed like a fairly straightforward puzzle. Elizabeth Anne Green. But she's married to Arthur Hopgood, so it's E-A-H. Cheeky. Cheeky. Nice. Fun. I did think it was a bit simple, that puzzle. So EAH, let's try that. We have opened the letter lock. Okay, that was fun. I like that. Thought it was too simple. We are now in the library. Shh! Good evening, Tebow. That study is locked, and good evening, Suzalla. Hope you're doing well. A thank you card from Olive Campbell. Dear Lady Green, thank you for Thank you kindly for the flower books you sent to my daughters. To this day, they still show an interest in learning more about plants and planting. I am keen that my daughters have access to a good education, so I hope you don't mind me putting it upon you, that you might be able to teach them somehow. Your dedication and knowledge seems so rare and inaccessible elsewhere for young girls like mine. I hope you will consider my proposal. Sincerest regards, Olive Campbell. Yeah, for the right price. Some books, a beetle, some roses, a chair. We need to have a sit. Oh, the joke gets old quick. Anyway, modern methods of teaching. Okay. Modern methods of teaching. Nope, we can't open the book. We can just look and admire it. Oh, there's a whole nother floor. Oh, okay. Actually, we knew that from the maps that I had to start off with. Botanical allies. Are we going to have to grow two plants symbiotically? This is a much bigger place than I was expecting. Look at, I want a library like that. Not with candles, no fire near my books. No, no, no. I really want that. I've said before on the stream, one of my goals in life is to own a physical encyclopedia. And with AI rubbish these days, I think it's going to be the only source of proper knowledge that we ever have moving forward in the future. If I only buy a, say, a 2020 edition of Encyclopedia Britannica or something, although they've stopped making it in print. And I would need a library to put it all in. Okay, so we have some symbols here, which we probably have to push in a particular order. I wouldn't put candles near the book. Stupid idea. The Fox and the Crow. One evening, a fox was in search of something to eat for dinner. Well, I envy them now, Hollow. He saw the crow sitting on a tree branch holding a piece of tasty cheese in her beak. So the foxes eat cheese, came up with a plan. He walked up to the crow and complimented her shiny black feathers. The crow was suspicious of the fox, and she kept her beak tightly closed on the cheese. The fox kept on charming the crow, describing her as the most majestic of all the birds, with a big, strong beak. "Oh, what a song that beak must make! It must be the song of a queen. Please, beautiful crow, let me hear it." No Oscars. 0 Oscars I have won. Flattered by the praise, the crow forgot all about her suspicion and also her dinner. So she opened her beak wide to utter the loudest caw. Down fell the cheese, straight into the fox's open mouth. Okay. So that's going to... So, fox outsmarted crow. That might be important. Anything over here? No. Organise your books. Please, Arabella, organise them. I'm enjoying the sounds of walking around. Wonders of the Night Sky. Again, we can't look in it. Oh, hang on. Okay. Colours of books. Colours of book titles. So, Wonders of the Night Sky has that moon symbol, and it's dark blue. So that's why, and I have a feeling some of the books that we found in previous chapters are going to be also used in whatever this puzzle is in terms of books. Because, yeah, there's that. Well, it's not the same symbol because the moon was on the other side. It was a waxing crescent rather than a waning one. Where was the other book? It was over here. Which was... Modern Methods of Teaching hasn't got anything on it. I'm writing down that it was green, but probably isn't needed. Now I can, of course, consult the book. Chapter 4, Botanical Allies. So I need to grow a nightfall. The seed packet is in Grandma's vault, so we need to get into the vault. There's 8 clues that will combine to allow us to grow that. The Sapphire Gloom, which is somewhere in the study. 2 clues needed for that. The Cradle Fern, somewhere in the master bedroom. The Brook Chalice. somewhere in the attic. So yeah, we've got a lot of clues to find, and 4 plants. Normally, well, in the previous chapters, it's been 2 plants per chapter. Now we've gone for 4. Oh, a double stacked library, so not fair. The golden fish. One bright morning, a poor fisherman caught a shining golden fish. The fish cried, "Please let me live. I am not a fish, but a prince, enhanced by a wicked spell." So the fisherman let the fish go free. When the fisherman's wife learned of this, she demanded the fish grant a wish in return, a fish wish, if you will, for its freedom, a cottage instead of a hovel where they lived. So the fisherman returned to the shore, and the fish granted their wish. But the wife was greedy and demanded riches, a palace and servants, all while the ocean became darker and the shore was black with dirt. Finally, the wife wished to be so powerful she could grant wishes for herself. In return for this greedy request, the fish revoked all of the wishes it had granted. After that, the ocean became blue again, the shore clean, and the golden fisherman never saw the golden fish again. Okay. Okay. Now that fish, I think, might be one of the symbols, maybe. What's this? New Year's Ball to be given at Somerset Hall, 4th of January. It's not New Year's, is it? 1860, supper at 6. Good music in attendance, E. Grimes. Cousin, wash your hands and accompany me. You won't find a husband at the bottom of the garden. So it's Somerset Hall. That was the New Year's Ball on Thursday, 4th of January. Just in case a date is important, I've written that down. Okay. True, Hollow. Yet another story. So there's going to be 5 of these stories, and these ones probably do match. Complete Aesop's fables. The hare and the tortoise. At midday, a hare and a tortoise took a walk together. The hare moved quickly and noticed the tortoise struggling to keep up. The hare laughed and challenged the tortoise to a race. It is the story we're all familiar with. The tortoise accepted. A course was decided. The race began. The hare immediately leapt out of sight, but lay down to take a nap. I like naps. Sure that the tortoise would never catch up, the tortoise plodded slowly on, making his way towards the finish line. When the hare awoke from his nap, he opened his eyes just in time to see the tortoise crawling slowly across the finish line. I empathise with slowly. The proud hare had been so sure he would win, he underestimated the tortoise. As the tortoise crossed the finish line, he exclaimed, "Slow and steady wins the race." Why are we getting these books? The Rising Sun. And that's sort of brown. So brown, sort of tan colour. Okay. Not really been looking at the walls. Sometimes there are context clues on the walls. How many? So I found 5 clues so far. Sunrise book, 3 fables, and a night sky book. Nothing in here. Is that a hedgehog? No, I've not sat in this chair. Let's sit in this one as well. Lovely. So at least we've been told where to find things. Fox and crow. Is that one of the things here? So we have the sunrise, the fish, the moon, the crow, and the tortoise. So there's something that represents each of the 5 books. But what that is, we don't know yet. There's going to be something that gives us that order. Okay, let's have a look and find where the things are. So there's one in the attic, one in the master bedroom, one in the study, and one in Grandma's vault. Well, I'm sure Grandma's vault will be behind there. Study. Now, maps. Let's go to the maps. Study. is on the first floor and is that the room that's locked at the moment. Or at least it was. Yeah, so that's the study. Okay. No, that was the wrong one. We're chapter 4. So Grandma's vault, we don't know where. Study, master bedroom. So master bedroom and attic. So we're on this floor. Master bedroom. We might be able to get to the master bedroom because that's there, and the attic goes up there. Okay, so can we get to the master bedroom? It is blocked by the trees. Anyone got a match? Fire. So yeah, we're there. So that's annoying. Okay, well, let's carry on with the books then. Because we must have been given enough. Is it just going to be alphabetical order? I forget what the name of that one was. Wonders of the Night Sky is that one. Hang on, did they all occur at a certain time of day? One evening. So the Fox and the Crow is in the evening. And then you'd end with night, of course. That's what it's going to be. They're going to each have a phrase in saying in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. One bright morning. So fish is morning. That's clever. Okay. And so the other one is going to be at lunchtime, isn't it? Or something like that. At midday. There you go. So hare and tortoise. So we've been given the times of all of them. That's a fun thing. And it was even italicized as well. So we're going to start the day off with the sun. Then we're going to have the fish in the morning. The hare and the tortoise is midday. This is early evening, and then night. Nice. Good. Sunset at 1st of May, red, orange, yellow, pink. Sunset 22nd of May, blue, yellow, pink, orange. Sunset, I love a good sunset. 8th of July, blue, purple, pink, orange. So I'm actually going to write all of that down just so I don't have to come back here. But the 1st of May is red, orange, yellow, pink. The 22nd of May, blue, yellow, pink, orange. And then the 8th of July, because it was probably cloudy in between, or between the end of May and the beginning of July, purple, pink, orange. Oh, hang on. I better write, that's pink. That's pink. That one's purple and that one's pink. Everything else is Roy G. Biv. Okay, aha, some seeds. Thank you. So this is the Nightfall seed. I vaguely recall my grandmother studying the Nightfall when I was young. So we know that all the clues we've got so far actually have to relate to... Oh no, these sunset paintings don't go to it. Well, sorry, these books may not go to it. That was just for something else. Fine. Oh, there's more! 14th of October. I bet these are all individual clues as well. 14th of October, green, blue, pink, orange. 29th of April, purple, red, orange, yellow. Any more? Yes, 3 more. 25th of June, blue, purple, orange, red. 12th of September. There's absolutely going to be a puzzle about this. If there isn't, I will be annoyed. And be a great red herring, or a blue, purple, red and orange. herring, possibly purple or red. Orange, and that's the 8th of August. Good, so I've now looked at all of those. Are those individual clues? No, they're just called sunset paintings in here. The London record for the week ending the 9th of May, 1829. I didn't look at the years. Don't tell me they're all different years. That doesn't give us years. Okay. Lindley appointed chair of botany at University College London after an esteemed early career as assistant secretary to the Horticultural Society and admission of one of the youngest ever fellows to the Linnean Society. Probably. John Lindley plans to elevate the science of botany. He spoke thus in his inaugural lecture. It has been very much the fashion of late years in this country to undervalue the importance of this science and to consider it an amusement for ladies rather than an occupation for the serious thoughts of man. Lindley also challenged the Linnean classification system, proposing many changes. The Linnean system is, the scientific names of things, which is needlessly complicated. Needlessly archaic, maybe. Study! Good. Nightfall progress. I've been trying to encourage the nightfall to bloom for a little while now. I'm determined to prove it's more than just a myth. So far, I've deduced that the flower opens at sunset and only at a particular time of year. When exactly that occurs still remains a mystery to me. I shall plant a few more seedlings tomorrow and continue my research. So, we're going to have to surround it with the relevant colours then. Monitor nightfall seedlings, rose planting, list, collect field samples, seed collection. And that's research notes, 1830 to 1831. Okay. Fine. So that's the night. So the nightfall is, well, we need the night to fall. Study. Is that up here? No, that was back downstairs. And over here. Now we've got a new seed here. Sapphire Gloom only requires 2 clues to solve it. Judging by the name, I don't believe this to be an edible mushroom. Okay. No nibbling on the Sapphire Gloom. Ooh, so we've got some eggs. Different eggs. I want to look at them all, but I can't do it in one. Tree diseases. Red tree pox. If a tree is infected with red tree pox, many small red spots will be visible on the bark. It can usually be cured by adding fertiliser to the soil of a tree. Hypoxylon. Black patches to form on the bark of a tree. It is usually a sign that the tree is lacking in hydration and won't stay alive for much longer. Root parasite is a fungus, purple rings. The parasite leaches the nutrients that the tree receives from the soil. Eventually it causes the tree to die out and loses all of its leaves. There's currently no known cure. Bark rust, not harmful to the tree. Excess hydration. So, we're going to have to look for a tree that's suffering from that, and that might be the tree in the hallway. Oh, you can't sit in that one. No. Arabella, I have books from the Depart. That looks like it's written in a slightly different font. That mail... I don't think that's relevant. From the department that may be of interest for your research. One I recall was a favourite of your father's. If you have any trouble when you visit the college, tell the secretary you are collecting materials for your uncle. So long as they're returned before summer ends, the other professors won't notice. Best of luck with your research. Mushrooms. So this is probably for the Sapphire Gloom. Fungi need food sources to grow strong and healthy. However, some fungi haven't always had access to nutrients through soil and have evolved to retrieve it in different ways. They've become carnivorous, so they consume other organisms, flies, bugs, plants. Some mushrooms get them from feeding on another type of fungus or parasite. Mushrooms growing on a tree are usually a sign that they're consuming the tree, so you should remove them immediately. Not always the case. Okay. On another type of fungus or parasite. Well, this is going to, given that we've got tree diseases here. If that root parasite is on this tree, can we feed the sapphire gloom, that's very much yeah. So you need a fungus to treat it. So, okay, let's get a pot ready. We're running out of pots here. Blimey. Some soil. Let's plant some sapphire gloom. Water it. And I think put it under the tree, and hopefully it'll do its thing and maybe cure the tree. Huzzah! Perfecto! Good. So we can add those clues. I know what the two clues were. The sapphire gloom is a wildly misunderstood mushroom. It grows commonly on trees, and as opposed to popular belief, the mushroom consumes its parasites rather than the tree itself. Nice. So that was the Tree Diseases and the Mushroom book. 1 down, 3 to go for this chapter. We can get into the room now, and this is where we're going to start. I could delete by scribbling out the word sapphire gloom. I don't even need to think about sapphire gloom now. I've already forgotten about the nightfall, because we're going to have to consider these three in tandem, aren't we? The trapped fairy painting. Those wings are going to be important. Orange with 3 blue spots, sort of white and brown. Okay. Ooh, we'll have a comfy sit. Dearest Arabella, I was taking a walk along a river in some... No, how do you walk on a river? You can't walk along a river, you can walk by a river. Anyway, I noticed a sight that I just had to write to you about. In the water, I saw the brook chalice blooming. I've never seen or heard of it flowering before. None of my books mention it. It was so beautiful. Do you have any idea what could have caused this? Ever your friend. So, brook chalice bloomed near water. Is this open? Nope, that is locked. I'm a man who can't walk past a chair without sitting on it. Makes it very hard to go around IKEA. Mainly because I want there to be an achievement for sitting everywhere. Okay, the master bedroom. So we've got another set of seeds, the cradle fern. The past years, these ferns have drastically declined on the banks, so I feel compelled to research any changes in their environment. So that's probably the brook chalice or something like that. Hang on. No, that's the brook chalice. That's different. Petition. In recent years, hunts have been taking place near Somerset rivers. Tragically, this has led to the decline and extinction of some bird species. Okay, so a bird is needed for the brook chalice. No longer can we hear their beautiful chime-like calls. So we need a chime-like call to help the brook chalice along. We call upon the government to regulate hunting near the rivers of Somerset. We ask that they respect the breeding times of wildlife. If you agree, sign below, etc., etc. No expense attends signing. The Trapped Fairy. Now, we saw the picture of the Trapped Fairy just a second ago, written by J.R.R. Kelly. Once upon a time, there was a little fairy who loved gazing at her own reflection in the water. reflecting. Okay. She lost track of time, and the day turned into night. Nyx, goddess of the night, noticed the little fairy. The moon was shining bright, but the fairy only had eyes for herself. Double space there, you needed editing. Nyx took offence and decided to punish the little fairy. Nyx placed the fairy into a nightfall. Okay. So that's the plant. And cast a spell on her. She fell in love with the moon and gazed upon the sky all night. As dawn approached and the sun arose, the spell broke. Though just as the fairy awoke from her enchantment, the flower bud closed and trapped the fairy for eternity. That is not a cross David said that I would want. Okay, so what are we meant to be getting from this? That it's sunset? Because I know it's sunset. Placed a fairy into nightfall. Hang on. No, I was going to say, what if there were sunset colours here? That is a nightfall flower she is in. But there's a clue there, and I don't quite know what we were meant to be getting out of it, but we will. Dearest friend, it seems our interest in visiting the private plant collection of Lord Spencer has gone unacknowledged. While disappointing, I am not sure it is worth pursuing scientific study in such places. On my recent visit to Brinsby, the young man showing us around had barely a basic knowledge of plants, and due to there being a large group of gentlemen in the party, all useful time and erudition was devoted to them and none given to Constance and I. Let us plan another trip of our own, and perhaps we can see these specimens in their home habitats where they belong. Thank you, Eliza. Essence of arnica for sprains, strains, and joint pains. Tincture of red clover. Chamomile and red clover seems to soothe hot flushes. Going to need one of those medicines, aren't I? So we've got arnica. So soothe joint pain et al. And then the other one, which was red clover, which was chamomile and red clover hot flushes. Okay. I'm hoping that's this. Okay. Interesting. So we're going to need to probably pop a plant in the bath. Let's just check. Clean and tidy was that achievement. Inspect the pipe piece. Am I going to have to do some plumbing? Oh, I am. Where's it going to go? This may or may not be a good idea. I need some more pipe pieces. This was an unexpected treat. We're going to need a T here and something there, aren't we? Sorry. There's the T. I want to yank that out of there. Oh, it's right there. Well, that was straightforward. Who needs a plumber? Actually, I need an electrician to fix the fan in my bathroom. Wilson Plumbers to Lady Arabella Green, £14. Installation of disconnected pipes. Dear Arabella, here is our quote to repair the geyser in your bathroom. The cost might seem high, but trust us, it's a complex job left to the professionals. Yeah, have a nice day, Frederick. On your bike, Frederick. And here we have the bath geyser provides a rapid flow of hot water. Turn the tap and instantly hot water will appear. I could do with one of those. Can be used multiple times a row without any extra cost. Bristol. Should come from Lathbridge. I'm not going to fill it now. I don't know what temperature of water I need. Okay. I think that appears to be most things. Oh no, there's this as well. Nova! Pet the kitty. Nova cat. And let's have a look at the back, just in case. Because it is the sort of thing you might write a thing on the back of. Okay. So we are getting there. Yes, what are the bird eggs about? Oh, aquatic weed removal. Do you have a pond? Do you want to swim in it? Is it covered in slimy weeds? We are specialised in removing algae, Himalayan balsam, brook chalice. Well, we want to grow some brook chalice because it bloomed near water with a bird call. And duckweed. Make an appointment today. That's Clark and Co. So we're going to grow the brook chalice in here because it'll need water, or possibly of a certain temperature. So that was that. We've not been in here yet. This is info dump time. But first we'll have a sit and I shall have a quick slurp. I hope this is entertaining you. It's entertaining me. Lady Arabella, I wanted to thank you once again for your invaluable contributions during our recent meadow orchid research expedition. Your keen observations and deep knowledge of orchids was so helpful. Your dedication to the field is an inspiration for us all. I look forward to future collaborations and the continued exploration of the botanical wonders that surround us. I will put in a good word for you with the Botanical Society. Thank you, Montague. It didn't work. Oh, a key to the attic. Good. Somerset River Trust. Dear members, we want to make sure you can all enjoy swimming this summer, so we have cleared the most popular rivers in Somerset of all aquatic weeds. Okay. The River Cam, the River Chew and the River Summer have all been cleared of weeds thanks to Clark's aquatic weed removal service, so we need those weeds. Thank you for your continued support. Thanks to your monthly donations, the rivers of Somerset are clean and weed free. So this is in April 1890. And I want the piece, I want the letter that April 1890, there was a letter somewhere about, yeah, August, oh, but we don't know the year. But the weeds are going to be a thing. And thank you very much, Broken Nuts. Good evening to you. Good morning, good afternoon, good day. Good day. Do a special stream on Saturday to celebrate. Health and safety warning. It has been brought to the attention that the factory of Barton Ironworks has been illegally dumping scrap metal in rivers across Somerset. These rivers are now polluted with rust, making them unsafe for swimming. Do not swim in the following rivers: Cam, Summer and Chew, and Summer is the one that we're interested in. The River Froome was also affected by the waste, though oddly the river is completely clear of rust pollution. We're still researching what led to that effect. Okay, so the rust is needed in the... Was it the River Froome then, not the River Summer? Let's go and see this letter again. A river in Somerset. Well, that's suspicious. But I'm picking up all the context clues. I'm getting there. And we've still got upstairs and here to look at. So I'm a bit overwhelmed with all the information right now. But I think I'm doing all right. Dearest Arabella, I'm writing to share with you an exciting discovery I have made in my botanical studies. It turns out some plants are particularly sensitive to sound and seem to thrive when music or melodies when exposed to musical melodies from their natural environment. I hope to share more of my fun findings with you in the near future and would be delighted if you could join me in research. Can I just say how much flourishing you're doing right here? That's Marianne. Thank you, Marianne. Too much flourishing, Marianne. Ha. So if the River Froome, or Frome, but probably Froome, is the one because it didn't have rust, because of the Brook Chalice. That'd be 25 degrees C, 27 miles, 4 bridges, but 25 degrees C is the one that I'm after, so I'll need some 25 degrees C water. Ooh, bells! Nice. Oh. Bird calls. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to need... Is this Shelduck a Pokemon? I'm going to need to... I'll have to play one of those in a minute. Once I've prepped the plant and put it in, possibly with some weeds. Oh no. Okay, so with that... I've been conflating a lot of clues. I've been putting... 2 of the plants I've put together and I shouldn't have done. I don't quite know which is which yet. Okay. So. I need to plant. Oh, there's already one there. So we've got cradle fern, nightfall. So nightfall, that is the one that is going to grow when it's exposed to the right colour around it. The Brook Chalice, which I appear to not have, because it's in the attic. Yeah. I have a key to the attic, don't I? So the Brook Chalice, that's probably going to be the water one. Let's have a look. And the Cradle Fern. Past years, these ferns have drastically declined, so compelled to research any changes in their environment. So that's the one. The cradle fern is the one that's going to need the correct water, temperature, and the right weeds. Put you in there for sure. 25. Okay, let's fill the bath. I haven't put a plug in, but it doesn't matter. And now I need... Oh, I can drain the bath. And now I need some weeds. Everything seems to have been pretty self-contained within chapters. So algae, Himalayan balsam, brook chalice. So I need to grow the brook chalice. Is that right, or was that just going to be the thing that they removed? And duckweed. Where is the attic? I need the map. Attic is number 8. Is this one here? So we'll find the last seeds up here. I'd love to live in a place like this. Wouldn't want to have to clean it though. Gardening curiosities trapped. Moths. Sometimes a moth can become trapped inside a flower bud if it closes in the morning. The moth is then forced to use the flower bud as a resting place until it opens again later. Some flowers only bloom for short periods during the year, so if the moth is unlucky, the flower bud won't open until many months later. Okay, so I need to know the type of moth to get the time of year from the picture. So we know the moth. I know what that looks like, and then with that will tell us the time of year. We get the the correct sunset, and it's this. It is the tiger garden moth, the garden tiger moth. That is the moth in the picture. So we now need to know when garden tiger moth. We need to know when either that blooms or when the nightfall blooms. Okay. Moth spotting. Okay, so garden. Nothing in March. No moths in March. Garden tiger is September only. Just checking that it's no other times. No, so it is September. There is only one picture that was from September, and it was blue, yellow, orange, red. From top to bottom, I want to say. Didn't actually note that. This is a bigger attic than I was expecting. Yeah, so we're in here. We're going to pop the plant there, and if we colour it with 4 colours, yeah, the magic lantern. What happens if I do this? And we will mimic a sunset. Okay. So we're going to start with, and I'm very pleased to say that there are words here along with the colours. Blue, yellow, orange, and red. Haven't got a plant here yet, but it will come along. Inspect the rusty pig. So that's Barton. Okay. Oh, so we're going to put it in the bath. Put it in the bath. Put it in the bath. What do you do with the rusty pig? You put it in the bath. Good evening. 1,000 people have followed me. Okay. There may be more, or maybe I've got the wrong temperature. Because I wasn't entirely certain that it was the fruit. I wanted it to be the sunset, but no, wrong way. And then up we go again. The sight of plants. Some scientists have theorised that plants have photoreceptors, and as we have discussed on my streams before, technically humans also photosynthesize, technically. Flowers can tell the time of day, the exact time that flowers bloom, yada yada yada. I know what this is all about. So there. How arrogant of me. Oh, I know this. Watch me fail. What have we got here? My dear niece, I fear the window may be closing for you to find a suitable husband. Tell me about it. Mine is. I have arranged a dinner for you to meet my neighbour's son, Edward. He is successful in business in London. Your cousins... Yes, Arch, but I think when the plant grows, it will take that rust away. So it needs the rust to... it needs iron as a component or something like that. Your cousins William and Thomas may well aspire to become a company scientist for you, but for you, Arabella, it is better to make yourself useful in the small duties of life for which you will be loved and appreciated. Your studious nature will no doubt be valuable should you have a son, but it would be foolish to allow such a folly to come before the important things in life. I am confident this is what your parents would have wanted. Dinner will be from 5 o'clock on Sunday. Remember to wear a becoming dress. Aunt Agnes, you sod off, Aunt Agnes. Duck. Quack. Yes, there's a surprising number of hidden ducks in this game. We're now at 3. This month, in conversation with Professor Montague, leading expert in British meadow orchids. Every plant, every leaf, every meadow holds secrets waiting to be unlocked. My aim is to simply uncover their mysteries. With decades of research, new species such as the Dactylorhiza Montague or hood marsh orchid. Hood marsh orchid is the dactyl, so that means finger. Or riser, don't know what that means. Montague, that means Montague. We've got the seeds. And that is for the brook. chalice. I can try it with the brook chalice in there in the bath as well, because I'm not sure which of those two it is. Anyway, we need to plant a nightfall and put it in there and make it think it's sunset. So let's do that. We need a nightfall. So pot, soil, nightfall. Plant a nightfall. Water it. Sunset time for you. Sunset is my favourite time of day. I would also appreciate a sunrise, but it's far too early in the day. Okay, this should work. And it does. Grow the nightfall. Good. So 8 things that we had to put together for that. What did we need to do? We definitely needed the sunset paintings. Seeing the nightfall bloom is a rare event. The flower only blooms with September sunsets. Night pollinators active in September, such as the garden tiger, often get trapped once the bud closes for the rest of the year. Oh, that's why yes. So that's the trapped fairy. Okay, so that's sunset paintings, yes. Fairy paintings, yes. Fairy story, yes. Trapped moths, yes. Moth poster, yes. Moth calendar, yes. What's the other one? And have I got all the clues that I need? One clue not found in the corridor. Let's find that clue. In the corridor. That's just to sit. That's just to sit. Oh, hello. Oh, cradle fern. The cradle fern needs that type of egg. Now that explains why we've been given some bird eggs. So the cradle fern literally cradles. Cradle fern. Sort of, teardrops? Yeah, sort of raindrops. Raindrops on the egg. Raindrops keep falling on my egg. So what are the other 2 clues then? It's not the bird calls. The sight of plants. No. Fern painting. No, we've just got that. That's not this one. Bath geyser. No, that's not this one. Weed removal. River trust. Government notice. No. Letter about Mandy's. No. River poster. No. Grandma's research. And the no, it's not the petition, because the petition's about the fact that there were or weren't weeds. I don't know. I can't remember. Let's have a look. Where is the library? I've lost the library. Library's over here. What was Grandma's research about? Let's find out. It's lost. It's lost. Is this the library? No. What was Grandma's research about? That was about... Yes, that is Grandma's research, and that's the Nightfall Progress. So that is definitely one of them. And now... Bird eggs, no. Letter about weeds, no. Petition, no. Bath geyser, no. Weed removal, no. River trust? Government notice. It's not the government notice. I'm just going to flick through. The letter about values, no. River poster? No. It's not going to be that. Bird calls? No. The sight of plants. I don't remember what that book was. Oh, it's the one that I say, oh yes, I don't need to know that. Yes, it was all about photosynthesis. That's what that was. Good. Okay, we've got all those done. Yeah, that one. So we've got the cradle fern and we got the brook chalice. I need to know what eggs I'm interested in for the cradle fern. let's check out me eggs. Okay, well, it's this one, which is a crested owl egg. Okay, so that's going to tell us that we need to play the crested owl thingy for the cradle fern. And I think I've currently got the cradle fern in the bath, which was a mistake. So, now, where's the bathroom? I've lost the bath. Okay. Is that crested fern? Cradle fern, sorry, that's the... Yes, that needs the other one, that's the owl song. Okay, so I need the... Oh. Ah, there's more! Okay, so I need to play E, C, D. Well, that should be it. Yes! And so those clues are... So it was used by the crested owl as a nest, and in turn the plant has grown dependent on the owl's chime-like call to grow. So that was definitely the bird eggs. The melodies, the bird calls, and the fern painting. But what's the other one? It's not the weeds. Petition? Absolutely just the petition, apparently. Okay. And so now we need the brook chalice. So let's go and pot one up. And put that in the bath with the rusty pig. Here we are. So we need the brook chalice. Let's give it the water. And boom, you in the bath at 25 degrees C. Huzzah! And I bet that will clean the water as well. No? No. Yes! It's waiting for me to finally make it decide. The brook chalice prefers to grow in rivers with a temperature of 25 degrees C. The plant naturally filters the water from rust. No, it filters the rust from water and metal. Fortunately, they get removed often as people prefer their pond. Unfortunately, people prefer their ponds to be weed-free. And it's just these 6 clues. That's chapter 3. No, chapter 4. Done. Huzzah! And we'll just flush once for good luck, and that activates the gatehouse door. And this music will now be loud. It's pleasant. I like this. This is happy you've done a thing music. And I just say that's very pretty now. And before we start the next chapter, I will say, what have I got coming up? Hang on, I need to stop this music before I do all that. So collect the key. We've now got a key to the formal garden. Lady Arabella, I apologise wholeheartedly for accidentally taking the key to the formal garden home with me. It was in my pocket and I had simply forgotten it was there. I didn't want to disturb your research, so I've left the key in the basket here for you. Thank you, Jimmy. Thanks, Jim. What have I got coming up soon? Tomorrow I'm doing 2 cryptic crosswords, so join me for a couple of cryptic crosswords tomorrow. And then on Saturday, exciting stuff. I have now got 1,000 followers. Thank you very much to one and all, everyone. So to celebrate, I'm going to be doing the New York Times Super Mega Crossword. It's a 50 by 50 behemoth. 2,500 squares, of which we've got to fill in 2,034 of them. I reckon 3 hours. With a bit of faff, we should be able to do it in 3 hours. But we'll find out. Let's find out on Saturday. And just general shenanigans and fun will happen with you lot, hopefully. And then next week, Tuesday, possible at 9, will be my only stream next week. So I giveth with the Saturday, and I taketh away with everything else next week. So, yeah. There. I don't know where the formal garden is. Map. Formal garden is number 13. Okay. How do I get there? Is that through 7? Yes, it was through 7. Which is... here. Or was it? I swear I could get through this way. No, it's locked from the other side. Boo! And indeed, who? I swear there was an extra door that we opened somewhere. Oh no, that's on the other side. Is it this way? I want to say it's this way, but it isn't. The next half hour will be just me trying to find the right place, won't it? There we are, that's the door I was after. And I think then if we go all the way down here, it's this formal garden at the end. It is indeed. Unlock-a-voo. This is rather pleasant. Yes, I could live here. Duck. Quack. 3 new plants added, so we're going to do 3 more, and then the game will be over, and we will be sad. Picnic here, mind the ants. That needs filling up. That needs a definite fill. Any clues here? Let's have a look. It was a message. Local man reports mystery signal. A gentleman farmer has reported sightings of mysterious blinking lights coming from caves near his home in Cheddar. In his own words, I was walking my dog and lost track of time a little. It soon became dark and I decided to make the walk back home. On the way to my house is a tiny cave, and as I walked by I noticed a blinking light pattern cast from the cave entrance. I was sure it was one of those Morse code messages. When I approached the cave, the light source vanished and nobody was there. I'm convinced that what I saw was the Morse code abbreviation for attention. I will never forget that one abbreviation, as it was the first message I learned in Morse code. Local authorities have assured our journalists that the accent was plausible and that there have been no recent military activity or exercises in the area. Okay, so attention, so I'm assuming ATTN in Morse code. No guardrails, so we're not sure. Really? Yeah, probably. Probably. Well, this is a bigger garden than I was expecting. I'll explore all that bit in a minute. First, got to have a sit. We've collected the spring dance shrub. Used to grow in the gardens, but have completely disappeared when I was off on my travels. Yeah, so yeah, 12 plants in total as expected. Yay! Is this... No, there's even more over here. Okay, so there's a lot going on. Is the map now filled out a bit? Yes! Oh, look! It's not just the gardens, it's the folly, the garden path, the bird garden, the boathouse, grotto, pond garden, side terrace and gardening workspace. It's huge. Mr. Bennett, the telegraph you ordered arrived while you were at the farmer's market. They delivered it by boat. I left it at the boathouse. Since I didn't know where you'd like to keep it, there appears to be a Morse code manual inside the case as well. Okay, well I'll need that to turn attention into Morse code. That's it. So there's a lot going on here. Okay. You really would, Arch, yeah. Over long distance, if the message contains no sensitive information, you can use telegraphy. If open communication is permissible, abbreviation of messages. See Plate 2 for a table of commonly used military abbreviations in telegraphy and Morse code. Okay, so attention is KA. It's not ATTN, it's KA. Okay, well, KA. Closed communication methods rely upon the technology and ingenuity. Okay. That's it. Okay. So KA is actually what we're interested in, not ATTN. Nice. Okay, we have here some things that I can't appear to play with. But I can put a plant in front of it. Tips for growing hydrangeas. Hydrangeas are beautiful flowers that contain anthocyanin, which is a pigment that can change colour depending on the pH level of its environment. Okay. Between red, purple and blue, I assume red for acidic and blue for the other one. New materials for garden pots, so we're going to use probably a non-clay pot. There's terracotta, there's also granite, sandstone, marble and obsidian, such as those. So that's fun. Looked at that. Let's go in here. Because yes, this is the other side of the pot that I can't walk past. So we've now collected the Fool's Emerald. Soon parted. Okay. So we've got the Spring Dance Shrub, Fool's Emerald, and the Oscillette. And that's in the boathouse, which we'll get to in a minute. Okay, so chemical compounds in wildflowers. The Fool's Emerald has luciferin. It's got lucifer in. Foxglove, digitoxin, poppy opium, jasmine indole, daffodil galantamine, and St John's Wood hypericin. If one of you lot can just take a screenshot of that for the next 10 seconds, that'd be great. Moving on. You had your chance. Time for a sit. Bioluminescence. In the darker corners of the world, there are plants and organisms that are able to produce their own light. These plants, fungi and insects are most often found in areas of low light such as dark forests, deep oceans and gloomy caves. Recent discoveries show that chemicals such as luciferin are responsible for this glowing effect. So that's the fool's errand, emerald that I want. So that's going to glow. It is not known what this glowing effect is used for, but it could be for communications with others. So are we going to flash a signal with this? Is that what we're going to do? For communication with others of the same species or to attract pollinators for food. So I think we're going to put it in a cave and then make it flash Ka. Scientists believe there are many bioluminescent species waiting to be discovered. So I'm confident in my ability to solve the Fool's Emerald now. Need to go to the boathouse, though, for the Morse code. I think I know what A is, but I don't know what K is. I think A is dot dash. Sincerest greetings. Dearest Arabella, I was delighted after our recent mentoring session. You do excellent work as a fellow scholar of the natural world. I recall the spring dance shrub that once grew in your garden before you departed on your travels. Writing this down. Spring dance shrub. How wonderful it would be to see it growing again. So, before travels used to grow. I've been combining plant specimens that require pollination to mature into their adult stage. I wonder if spring dance shrub is one of these plants. So, thank you, Lavinia. Requires pollination. Okay. Now, we don't know what pot we need to put the Fool's Emerald in yet. But I need the map to go to the boathouse. Boathouse, I'm assuming, is 17. It is. So 8 is the viewpoint. So we can get there from 19 as well. What's that? That's that. Okay, good. So I go ahead and to the left. Yeah, okay. Again, we're in info dump mode, but we are starting to put things together. No, you cannot jump off of there. You must take the stairs. Boo. Spoil sports. I would love to stay in a place that had a garden like this. Wouldn't want to live in a place. Just the upkeep. No, thank you. Art lover. Inspect Arabella's painting. Doesn't feel like a clue, but you never know. Doesn't feel like a clue. Ah. Don't go over there. Don't go over the stile. My dearest cousin, whilst I hold a deep fascination for the pursuit of knowledge and science, I must admit that the subject of spiritualism is not one that particularly captivates me. Therefore, I must return this book to you. However, I appreciate your efforts in sharing your interest with me with affection, Arabella. Okay, so someone lent us this book. The Will-O-Wisp. Glowing spirits of marshes, forests and caves. The Will-O-Wisp is an eerie apparition that has long been the subject of a fear and fascination. It makes its appearance to lost travellers in dark, isolated places and beckons them to follow with its beguiling, blinking light. Many a wanderer has followed the wisp's alluring light across marshes or into caves. So basically that's what it's telling us. We're going to put it in a cave. Never to be seen again. Luckily we do have a cave by the pool that is currently not full of anything. Take heed, those who venture into the dark places. Resist the temptation of the will-o'-the-wisp's shimmering radiance. Turn back before it is too late, and then have a sit. Okay. Why do I have that? That's... Oh, that's... I mean, given that that symbol is for water, that's going to turn something on. Okay. Irritatingly, I'm now holding it. The boathouse. Do I not have the key for the boathouse? Or am I... Now because I'm holding it... Can I put it down? Can I put you down? Yes, I can put you down there. Yeah. I thought I had the key to the boathouse. Why are you a dark coloured book? Okay, apparently I don't have the key to the boathouse. Let's turn on some water then. Cool, cool. So there's your cave. That's where I want to put my Fool's Emerald. But where am I going to put this anvil? It'll be somewhere sensible, probably in the cave. Which I don't know if that's sensible. It's not going to be on that plinth at the front, is it? It's going to be in the plinth at the front. Right. There it is, and it'll fill up remarkably quickly. Ah! Frogger, find a way across the pond. Yeah, this is the cave. Yeah, good. So... is it just as simple now as planting a seed of Fool's Emerald in the cave? Is it? Inspect the seedling. No, I shan't. There's more. But I have started on that. Now I swear I had a boathouse key, but I don't have a boathouse key. Aha, but I haven't been up here yet, so let's go up here. Thank you, Mr. Robin. Let's inspect the bird feeder. Okay. Interesting. Hi, Jess. Good evening to you. Oh, I can put it in different places and I can attract the bird and it will make a call. Okay, so that'll be an important thing. There's the door. Let's open you from this side. Okay, yep. There's our pH, which is from the chemical in the hydrangea, and I didn't write the name of the chemical down. Oh, but it's written there, anthocyanin. So blue, violet. I don't know what the difference between purple and violet is here, really. 3 to 5, 5 to 7, 7 for white, pink, 7 to 12, and red 12 to 14. This is Botany Manor. We're trying to grow plants based on context clues. We're in the final chapter. Ah, okay. So these are the pHs of various different pots, and if you add a particular additive to the pot, we can make various pHs. So we probably need a particular colour of hydrangea then. That's probably what we're going to have to do, and we will use that with a combination of pot and additive. Indeed, just, which reminds me, I said last week, oh, I must water the plant on my windowsill. Still haven't done it. Should probably do that at some point. We'll have a sit. So I'm looking for a key to the boathouse at the moment as well. I bet it's somewhere in this maze. What's up here? Oh, okay, that's just a different thing. 2 more things to sit. Now, what's interesting is there's quite a few... Oh, I thought you could hang the birdseed on there. No, you can't. What have we got here? Dear Mr. Bennett, thank you so much for your lovely rhubarb from your nephew's garden. He needn't have sent anything in return for the herbal poultice I gave him for his little one, but I am grateful all the same. I know he hasn't the money to fetch the doctor. Since you said he cannot read a note, please send him my thanks when you see him. Ah, nice. See, we occasionally do helpful things. Let's sit here. Could I have sat on the other place? I don't know. No. What can I... Ooh. Something clipping through the hedge there. Okay, what have we got here? We have here mixed seed for garden birds. So in that seed that the robin was attracted to, bluebirds, lynches, robins, warblers, just seed. Hygienically blended. Is that right? Is that a word, hygienically? Yeah, I guess it would be. Yeah, so we got that there. Okay. So we've got 2 trays of birdseed that we can move around the place. Ah, okay, so we have to form a chain with the two things, and the bird will fly from one to the other, and we get the bird to, I would imagine, here. This table here. And we're going to have a plant here, and it's going to require the bird to cheep on it. Feels like that's what's going to happen. What's around here? Just the side of it. Okay, fine. The boathouse key! Hooray! Now, attracting birds with colour. Red flowers, blue flowers, yellow flowers, purple flowers, orange flowers. Just like bees, birds can pollinate flowers. Ah, now, something required pollination. What required? So that's the spring dance shrub requires pollination. But did you know that birds have a preference to pollinate flowers of certain colours? The above chart shows which colour of flowers attract which birds to your garden. Indeed, there is a cuckoo in the soundtrack somewhere. Okay. So, basically, the colour of the bird is the colour of the flower, roughly. Going to have to think about that a bit more. Dear Miss Green, I've recently heard your involvement in the mentoring of aspiring botanists. Botany is a field that demands a thorough understanding of complexities, and while I admire your dedication, the saying, the blind leading the blind, does come to mind. All jests aside, I hope your endeavours in mentoring will yield some semblance of progress. Thank you, Professor Thornton. Go and shove your head up your behind. I have enjoyed sticking fingers up at the male-dominated society of the past. Boathouse, boathouse, boathouse. Boathouse, whole lot of fun. Prizes to be won. Probably a dinghy or speedboat. No, that's not where the boathouse is. Oh, Jess, it's very... it's not. It's lightly done, but we are a lady gardener, and so any male correspondence is, yeah, you're an idiot. Don't even bother. It's too difficult for you. Don't worry your pretty little head. And yeah, it's just the attitudes of 1890, and I enjoy responding to that. The boathouse is over here. So we are most of the way through this game, sort of about 80%, I want to say. Yes, Jess. It's the dresses, the lovely outflowing. What is it? What's the name of the frame that used to puff them out? Is it bell skirts, that sort of thing? Is it the name of the frame? Towards the boathouse we go. Whilst we're most of the way through this game, the next game I'm going to be playing in a couple of weeks' time is Strange Horticulture. So apparently I'm in a gardening mood. Strange Horticulture will be the game we play after this. Okay. Let's go through here first. Ooh! A chest. Oh, that's a telegraph. Okay, so K is dash dot dash and A is dot dash. Good. And rather than have to deal with a dash being 3 times as long as a dot, we've got the we've got it like this. a much simpler version now. Can I close it? Can I pick you up? Close. There we go. Good. I'm going to need to take you to the Fool's Emerald, I think. Let's just bump you there for now. What have we got up here? Ooh, another place to have a sit. I was thinking crinoline or hoop skirt. I think I was after one of those two as a term. That's what I was looking for. Anything in here? We've got a cucumber sandwich. One of my colleagues asked me today, rectangles or triangles? What makes the best sandwiches? How do you cut your sandwiches? And I went, triangles, duh. It's obviously triangles. Who out there is a rectangle person? Let me know. How do you cut your sandwiches? Ooh, okay. It's a bigger place than I was expecting. I was expecting a shed. Absolutely just. You are correct. Anyone who wants rectangles is just wrong. Okay, so what have we got here? We have loads of stuff. Let's take a sit. Oh, I can't look at the things whilst I do that. That's annoying. Hedgehog. Okay, so it's a critter card. Is there a board game here? It's a board game. Grey Squirrel. Work if that works for you. Sounds good to me. I'm slightly... It's not a sneer. It's I'm slightly bemused because I've done that too. Oh, there's oh dear. When I worked for Only Connect, when I worked for Only Connect, they don't have cups. Well, they do, but it's a teeny tiny cup. And so if I want a can of Coke, I have to use the wine glass in the room. So I've done it too. The North American squirrel, grey squirrel, is larger than red. Yes. Mole. Why do we have rabbit? I mean, they're pretty normal. Like they're just saying what they are. Woodmouse. The acorn. Collect 3 tokens. It's a woodland card. Oh, a worm. You need 4 worms. So, is that going to be a thing? Acorn is 3. Worm is 4. An ocelot seed. What is that about? I mean, I want that, but okay. Grass is 2. And there's that was a field. It was a field card because they've all got different types, haven't they? Yeah, got no idea what the game is, but a pine cone is in woodland. So, just need to go over the first 2. So acorn is a woodland card. Makes pretty much sense. Forest Shuffle, great game. If you haven't played it, it's really difficult to get your hands on at the moment because they haven't reprinted it yet, but they are about to with an expansion. Forest Shuffle is a lovely game. Really, really nice game. Takes up a surprising amount of table space, which is just essentially a card game where you're building your own forest and you have animals around trees and things like that, and they're worth different points based on what other animals you got in your forest. It's really good. Shuffle the food cards and place the stack face down in the centre of the game board. Place the food tokens around the food cards on the board. Place the animals on the start tile. Players choose their animal by rolling the dice. Highest roll chooses first. Take turns to roll the dice. Why are we being told this? If you land on a grey squirrel tile, it steals all your food tokens. The players with the most food tokens in the nest at the end of the game is the winner. And here we've got woodland cards, which is also so woodland, which is also rabbit, wood mouse, and red squirrel. Field is also red squirrel, which is the ocelot. Animal card is hedgehog and mole. Meadow card is a rabbit, wood mouse, mole. But the fact that the Ocelot was a field card, and this Red Squirrel is a field card, I feel like Ocelot and Red Squirrel are now linked together. What do we got over here? How weeds spread. Weeds can take over an area quite rapidly. Some weeds have adapted in order to spread their seeds as far away as possible. The plant itself does not have much control over this, but trusts nature to lend a helping hand. Wood, avens and goosegrass have seeds with a hook designed to attach to the fur of passing animals. Dandelions have seeds with a feathery puff, so the wind takes them. Lords and ladies wrap their seeds in an attractive berry, which birds consume and later deposit. Okay, so that's what we need to do. We need to get the bird, using the bird seed, to then probably poop on the other thing for the... not the fulls. Do I mean that? No, the spring dance shrub. And then a final more mysterious example is the seed of the ocelot. It is known to be picked up by critters who then take it back to their nest. As soon as the animal goes to sleep, the seed sprouts into bloom. It does not quite understood how the plant is able to detect when the creature is asleep. So this ocelot is going to be picked up by a red squirrel, take it back to its nest, then the red squirrel is going to go to sleep. So that is the ocelot. So that is ocelot. So I'm just writing all this down. So spring dance, shrub, pollination, probably the robin or whatever, bird, feed, chain. Okay. Anything else in this room? Yes, we have this. She has bought a classroom. Classroom desks, notebooks, chalkboard, ink, writing materials, display case, teaching desk. Thank you for your order. As discussed, we will write again in the coming months to inform you of a delivery date for these school supplies. All the best. So she is definitely trying to help others. We were talking about wax cylinders last week. There's no wax cylinder in there, is there? I need a wax cylinder. How about this? No? Okay. Okay, nothing in that. Oh, right, okay. Oh, they've got tempos. They've got durations and tempos. So is there going to be one that reacts to music? There is, isn't there? Okay. So, yes, please stop. That's annoying. Okay, so we're going to be dealing with that later, because we don't really know what the music context is yet. Animal husbandry and rehabilitation. Ha, okay. So we need to send the red squirrel to sleep, which is 120 beats per minute. So that is 120 beats per minute. That's how we send the red squirrel to sleep. So that is going to be, let's find this. Nope, that's not Daisy Dreams, despite the word dream in the title. There you are, Meadows Bliss. For a minute and 1 second. It doesn't appear to have actually... Am I going to have to do something with that moulded cylinder record? Is that it? No. Okay. Well, anyway, that's the right record. Okay. So we're dealing with a lot of things there. Now, pull yourself back out one step. So we're dealing with 3 plants. There's the Fool's Emerald, which has the component luciferin, which glows. We know we need to get it to glow in a Morse code pattern KA. So let's see if it reacts to Morse code then. Placed it in a cave, which is the right thing to do. It's a long way away. Yeah, I can imagine if you didn't have this. This is the running speed. This is the walking speed. Oh, that's tedious. I know someone here played it without discovering the run button, so that's, yeah, really quite annoying. Okay. Oh, I need a wee. Ah. Well, there's KA, and that gives us the Fool's Emerald. Okay. So the Fool's Emerald is a vine that contains luciferin, which allows it to create light. They grow in caves, where they use the light to communicate with each other, very much like Morse code. So, the note about the telegraph, military codes, the bioluminescence, the Morse code. The news article, because that's where we got the first clue about things. And no, because that's pH. No. Greeting card? No. Oh, he's going to go through everything one by one. Not the hydrangeas, not that. Plant chemicals. Okay. Those are those clues. So the ocelette. Do I have the ocelette seed? I do. So we need the ocelette seed to be taken by... Let's just get out of here because that water's annoying me. It's going to get eaten by a red squirrel. And then we're going to put the red squirrel to sleep. Red squirrel, ocelette, soil, ocelette, and water. Yeah, so we had to fill that with water earlier, just turning on a tap, but it was a lovely little thing there. Okay. Ocelette, how do I get the red squirrel to take it? Because I haven't seen any red squirrels. There was a clue a long time ago about how grey squirrels have taken everything over. And replaced the red squirrels. Oh, and then it probably said, oh, and this is where the last red squirrel is. Okay. So I want to put it here. So there we go. So it just told us that we needed to do it 120 beats per minute. We didn't need a red squirrel. The ocelette seed is picked up by small animals such as the red squirrel, who then store it inside their nests once the animal falls asleep. The ocelette depends on the heartbeat vibrations to break open and bloom. Play cards. Okay, rules. Animal heartbeats and so, just these clues to go. So, hopefully it shouldn't be much longer now. So we need to plant the springy thingy shrub. And then we need to get it pollinated by taking a bird to it, and it'll do its thing. So, what's the stuff with all of this? pH then. Why? Okay. Okay. So I think because it was a robin, that tells us that the flowers will be red. So the pH that we need is 12 to 14. So we need a pH of 12 to 14. And where is the table of... No, I need a table of all the pHs, which I have a horrible feeling is all the way back through here in the garden here. So the reason I'm saying this is that it's a red robin that will probably get attracted along here, but it's only attracted to certain colours of flowers. So I need the right pH. But that's hydrangeas. And hydrangeas are not Springdale shrubs or Springland shrubs or whatever it's called. Where was that piece of paper? Garden paths. The soil pH research. That doesn't help. Garden paths, does it? Is it this one? Nope. Garden paths. Here? Aha, here we are. Now there is only one thing over 12, isn't there? So that's a really good indication that we're on the right track, because it's got a unique solution. Sandstone and seaweed. Ah, that sounds like a Yankee Candle fragrance. Sandstone and seaweed. My friend Alex had the viral Yankee Candle thing on Twitter. And it was Twitter. And they also did the Iceland to Ireland thing, going through all the other Ireland, Eidland, Iceland, and so on and so forth. I need this then. So I need sandstone, which looks like that. Which I think is this one. Yeah. Sandstone. And I want to put into it some seaweed. How does one put seaweed into it when I can't select it? Now, there was a thing about how to do additives last week, and I can't remember what it was. How do I do additives? Don't tell me it's... There's some seaweed right there. I want the seaweed. The seedweed. Why did the beach blush? Because the seaweed, yes. It's hiding in the trees now. Yeah, so it's this anthracyanin or whatever it's called. I've got the right pot. And now I just want the seaweed. Hang on. Are you keeping well today? Jimmy's only gone and broken the lawnmower again. If it weren't for my war injury, I wouldn't be letting him loose with the mower. He said he ran over a hard object down in the long grass near the pond. I had a brief look, couldn't see anything. Sometimes I wonder about that boy's sensibilities. Save me some of your lovely scones. Okay, so maybe we need that. He ran over a hard object in the long grass near the pond. I'm assuming that's not the pond. I'm assuming the pond is down here. That's a pond. In the grass around the pond. Because yeah, we're just going to pick up some seaweed, aren't we, rather than... How are you going to mow something that's as steeply banked as that? Is there an alternate way down? How do I get to this side of the pond then? I'm not sure I can. That way's blocked off that way, although I will check. I will check again. It's probably me being a muppet. Almost certainly. Can't get through there. Can't walk down the rocks. Can I just walk around here? Had I not noticed that? No, I can't. I can't get round there. Get in through there. Oh, okay. Well, there we are on the other side now. Good. Doesn't feel like I was meant to be able to do that. Yeah. Playing hunt the object. Well, I haven't seen anything. Oh, butterflies, flutterbugs. I mean, if it was a stone like that, that would really muck up your mower. Something behind here then? Something in here? Have I found all the clues? I meant to, I have, haven't I? There are no more clues. Interesting. Okay. Then, yeah, in the tree. Come on, out. Oh no. Oh no. And out the tree. I mean, if it was a toadstool, he's as blind as a bat. Well, it could have been over here, I guess, couldn't it? It could just be, I haven't explored any of this, have I? Cuckoo, cuckoo. A hard object whilst doing the grass round the pond. This is the grass near the pond. I'm not spotting it. Okay, well. I just need some seaweed to get the pH in the pot right. That's what I need at the moment. just luciferin or something. Oh, there's a cushion on this one. Lovely. Any duck. Okay. So. Is it going to be that when there's some soil in it, I can then add the thing? Is it as simple as that? Have I been a muppet? Yes! Okay, add the seaweed. Right, good. Now add the... Curses. Sorry about that. Let's add the spring dance shrub into here. We're going to get red flowers with this. And irritating quirk of a game. And then put you there. And hang on, I needed that second Ujima flip of birdseed. Where was that? Hunt the birdseed, hunt the birdseed. Where is it? Oh, no, don't... Yeah, okay, you're there at the moment. Looking more orangey than red, I will admit. Okay, no, that's not what I wanted. Where's the other one? I can't find the start one now. Started... I mean, that's one of them. I'm going to put you... Oh, he's lost it. As in, he's lost. There's the birds. Go on. Nibble away on that. Yeah! Okay. Stay. Where's the second one? When I find the second one, I will be a happy bunny. Because it was hanging somewhere, wasn't it? And I thought it was somewhere in the middle. I can't see it. On there. Where was it? This is it. This is the last puzzle. I think. I've been looking for it dangling on a thing. What if it's on a table? And just checking. Yes, we've got the robin, so I'm happy with that. If you spot it, let me know, because I can't see it. Oh, it's here. Okay. With the finest quality seed. Okay. So you are there. Where am I now going? Here? No, there. Oh, no, there. Okay. Oh, this is going to be tedious. Good. Yeah. Shoo. Shoo. Why'd you go there? Yeah. Yeah, you like it. Good. I don't know why you didn't do it. Why you didn't... Anyway. Good. Good. I just have a horrible feeling I'm going to muck this up halfway through. Good. Terrified. Terrified of a bird. Now I can't walk past that, it'll fly right back, so I have to go the other stairs and put it here. Good. Good. Bird is halfway there. The eagle has left the nest. I have sometimes I sell board games through Facebook when I'm done with them, and because it's a private selling, I want to reassure the buyer that everything's okay, that it's on its way. I usually send a message to them going, the eagle has left the nest, when the postman's picked up the package. Because I just do. Of course I do. Right, I'm going this way so as not to disturb the birdie. Good. Good, good, good. We are nearly there. Genuinely holding my stomach in at the moment because I'm tense. I'm still going to go around this way because I don't trust myself. Is this the... No, it's the penultimate one. There's one more. Please be it. Please be it. And either this, I think it might just be its song that it is pollinating it with, rather than any droppings. Is that it? Is that it? Don't you dare. Something's not right. Have I not got the pot right? That's so annoying, Tebow. And why do they do it? It's so annoying. Okay. So I assumed that it was a red flower because it's a red bird. Because here, attracting birds with colour. Just like bees, birds can pollinate flowers, but did you know that birds have a preference to pollinate flowers of certain colours? The above chart shows which colour of flowers attract which birds to your garden. So we need a red flower. But that's going to be a geranium, isn't it? Because, no, sorry, the hydrangea is the one. I don't want to get too close to you. I'm going to put this back down just in case it was a... No, it wasn't a... You had to put one down first. Okay. I've got the pH in the pot wrong. Or it's the wrong flower, because it's the hydrangea that changes the colour. And it's a Springdale shrub that we want to... Springdale shrub or something like that? That we want to actually deal with. Were hydrangeas one of the earlier flowers that we did? I don't remember it if it was. What flowers do we have? Windmill waterfall. No, 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 no. Unless I've put it in the wrong pot here. Terracotta is that one. Granite is that one. Sandstone, because we needed sandstone and seaweed. Sandstone isn't here. Obsidian is black. Marble is streaked. That's obsidian. That's marble. Bird is a bit far away from the potting land. So why are we being told that stuff about the hydrangea, which has got the anthocyanin, and we want to know stuff about the spring thingy shrub? The greetings card on the side terrace. This is the side terrace, isn't it? Here we are. Okay, so we've got 2 cats. Requires pollination to mature into their adult stage. Okay. Spring dance shrub. What other things? Soil pH, pigment research, and bird seeds. The only thing I can think of is that I have the wrong pH. Right, it's not this part of the garden. Dealt with all of this. Okay. It's good. It is good. Makes you feel like you're outside. I want to be outside. Being outside is nice, usually. Except when it's too hot, too cold, too wet, too sunny. Apart from that. I can't make that any closer. It's in the right place. Okay. At least I can replace it with a different one. Because I added seaweed to that. Maybe I'll check the PA table again. I'll just put you down here. Garden birds. I mean, it's got that on it, which is orange. But we've definitely... Bluebirds, finches, robins and warblers. Simply spread the seeds on an appropriate bird table. Oh, can I? I can put them on the table. It's the final step. That's, I think, a cheeky step. Right, stay there, Mr. Robin. Stay. I think I could just put that on the final table. No, I can't. I can't take it with me. Curses. Where's that pH table? That pH table is here. Yeah, so red is 12 to 14. And it's a red bird. So sandstone and seaweed. Is there anything on the back of here? No. only other thing I can think of is, what if it needs to be exactly 7? Because that was neutral, and we get white flowers with that. Because there is one thing, granite and seaweed, that's exactly 7. But again, it's seaweed, isn't it? Just put granite on it. Oh, don't tell me I'm going to have to ask for a hint. That would be very irritating. Granite. I don't know why it would be a white flower, but let's try it. So this is the spring dance shrub. Give it a bit of water. I didn't add the seaweed. I didn't put any water on it. I think it's as simple as I didn't put water on it. Because look, it's got a flower, and my one doesn't have a flower. And it's not that way either. I look forward to a Mr. Matt Clemson shouting at past Dan. This is past Dan saying to Matt, sorry. And anyone shouting at past Dan. Past Dan is very sorry. Current Dan is utterly unrepentant. Did I not put any water on it? I didn't put any water on it. Absolute scenes. Stay. Yeah, I've not watered it. Fun puzzle is remembering how the game works. And there you go, that's red. And that's good, because I need a red flower for the red robin to come bobbing along. Absolute scenes. This should be it. This should be game over. This should be it. Unless I cock it up and scare the bird away. Yes! Spring dance shrub. Grow the spring dance shrub. Just like last week, finishing on a bit of muppetry there. And that's the last plant. The spring dance shrub contains anthocyanins, causing it to change colour depending on the pH level of its environment. Robins love red flowers and will be attracted to the red variant of the shrub. Complete every page of the herbarium. We have done that. And that's the book closed. Go to Gatehouse. Okay. Ash, good evening. You are literally coming to me at the end of my stream, I think. But do stay with. I have exciting news. Ash, I've got 1,000 followers. Where's the button? 1,000 followers. So I'm doing a special stream, Raiders. I am doing a special stream on Saturday. I'm doing a New York Times super mega crossword. It's a 50 by 50 crossword. So join me for the ridiculous 50 by 50 crossword. I'm going to do it on Saturday, 6 PM my time. It'll probably take 2 to 3 hours. And then you can go and watch Ben after that. Thank you very much, Netta. Thank you, Prudes. Thank you, Ash. And I've grown all the plants. Managed to not kill any, disappointingly. So you join me at the end of this stream, really. What's this? That's not that. Go to the Gatehouse. I am at the Gatehouse. Do I ring the bell? What do you want me to do? Postbox? Oh, post the herbarium. Oh yes, that's what we were doing. We were growing flowers so that we could make a name for ourselves in the botany world. Thank you, Tyson. And that's quite loud. And that is, hang on, just turning you down. turn you down to there. And that is Botany Manor. A lovely little game. So if you like puzzles, and this game is all about context clues. Oh, there's a thing in there that's a poster that says something about this place. And oh, in this book, that place was rated to B, and then over here, B was rated to C. This place is rated to C. It's all about building little chains of information. Really fun. I would say good value for money is £7 or £8, so you want it on half price. Don't pay full price for it. I think it's a bit expensive for what it is. I would pay £7 or £8 for that. Lovely. That was really good. Took me about 4 hours to complete. No, 4 3/4 because of some muppetry.